Eleanor Thompson was 72 years old, a widow living in the quiet suburb of Maplewood, Ohio, in the same three-bedroom ranch house she and her late husband Robert had bought back in 1978. The house wasn't fancy, a modest brick home with a white picket fence, a small backyard overlooking a creek, and a living room dominated by a stone fireplace that Robert had built himself. But it was paid off, hers free and clear, and it held every memory of their 45 years together. The kids' birthday parties, Thanksgiving dinners, the night Robert proposed in the kitchen over burnt toast. Robert had passed 5 years earlier from a sudden heart attack. Eleanor had managed fine on her own at first, Social Security, a small pension from his railroad job, and some savings in conservative investments. She gardened, volunteered at the local library, and attended church every Sunday. Life was simple, peaceful. Then came the troubles with her children. She had 3. Mark, the eldest at 48, a salesman who bounced between jobs. Sarah, 45, a part-time nurse with a string of bad relationships. And Emily, the youngest at 42, who had married young and divorced twice. None of them had saved much. Mark and his wife Lisa had lost their home to foreclosure during the 2008 crash and had been temporarily staying with friends ever since. Sarah's latest boyfriend had left her with credit card debt. Emily lived in a cramped apartment with her teenage son, complaining constantly about the noise from neighbors. It started innocently enough. Mark called one day. "Mom, Lisa and I are between places. Could we crash with you for a month or two, just until I close this big deal?" Eleanor, ever the nurturing mother, agreed. "Of course, honey. Family helps family." A month turned into 6. Then Sarah needed a place after her breakup. "Just temporarily, Mom, I promise." Emily followed soon after, saying her lease was up and rents were skyrocketing. Before Eleanor knew it, her quiet home was overflowing. Mark and Lisa took the master bedroom. "We need the space for our stuff, Mom." Sarah claimed the guest room. Emily and her grandson took the basement, which Eleanor had used as a sewing room. Eleanor was relegated to the small den off the kitchen, sleeping on a pull-out couch that aggravated her arthritis. At first, she didn't mind. She cooked big meals, did the laundry, paid the utilities that tripled overnight. "They're my kids," she'd tell her friend Betty over coffee. "They need me." But things changed slowly, insidiously. Mark started complaining about the TV volume. "Turn it down, Mom, I'm on a work call." He'd sprawl in Robert's old recliner, remote in hand, barking orders like he owned the place. Lisa rarely lifted a finger, spending days online shopping with Eleanor's supplementary credit card. "It's just for emergencies, but thanks, Eleanor." Sarah brought home stray boyfriends who ate everything in the fridge and left dishes piling up. Emily's grandson blasted video games until midnight, and when Eleanor gently asked for quiet, Emily snapped, "Mom, he's a teenager, deal with it." The disrespect grew. Mark would snap, "Old lady, this living room is for relaxing. Go knit in your room." Sarah mocked Eleanor's old-fashioned cooking. Lisa rolled her eyes when Eleanor mentioned her aching back from the uncomfortable couch. The finances hit hardest. Eleanor noticed her bank account dwindling. Utilities skyrocketed. Internet for Mark's work, cable with premium sports packages, groceries for 7 people instead of 1. She'd gifted Mark money for a business opportunity that never panned out, helped Sarah with debt payments, covered Emily's car repairs. One evening, after a particularly rough day, Mark yelling because dinner wasn't ready fast enough, Lisa complaining about the outdated kitchen, Eleanor sat alone in the den, staring at an old photo of her and Robert on their 40th anniversary. She felt invisible in her own home, shrunk to fit everyone else's needs. That night, she couldn't sleep. At 2 a.m., she got up, made herself a cup of tea, the first one in months without someone demanding she make them one too, and opened her laptop. She searched quietly. How to protect my home from family exploitation, elder financial abuse, evicting family members. The stories she read mirrored her own. Widows pressured to sign over deeds, elderly parents supporting lazy adult children who contributed nothing. One woman wrote about freezing credit cards and serving eviction notices, reclaiming her dignity. Eleanor felt a spark, not anger exactly, resolve. The next morning, while the house was still quiet, she dressed in her best slacks and blouse, the ones she saved for church, and drove to the office of Thomas Riley, an estate attorney recommended by her library friend. Thomas was in his 50s, kind-eyed, with a no-nonsense demeanor. "I own my house outright," Eleanor explained calmly. "My children and their families are living there rent-free, no lease. They've been there over 3 years now. I pay everything. And they're not respectful." Thomas nodded. "In Ohio, even family members become tenants after 30 days if there's no written agreement. You can terminate tenancy." "I want them out," Eleanor said, her voice steady. "I need to know how." He outlined the process. 30-day notice to vacate, served properly. If they didn't leave, file for eviction in court. Also, protect assets, change beneficiaries, freeze supplementary cards, perhaps set up a revocable trust. Eleanor left with papers in hand and a plan in her heart. Back home, she waited until evening when everyone was gathered in the living room. Mark in the recliner, Lisa scrolling her phone, Sarah painting her nails, Emily on the couch with her son. "I have something to say," Eleanor announced, standing tall despite her 5'4" frame. They looked up irritably. "I've decided it's time for a change. This house is mine. You've all been here long enough. I'm giving you 30 days to find your own places." Silence, then chaos. Mark laughed first. "Mom, come on, be serious." "I am serious." She handed each a copy of the notice Thomas had prepared. "This is formal. 30 days. Sarah's mouth dropped. "You're evicting us? Your own kids?" Lisa jumped in. "This is ridiculous. We've been helping you." "Helping?" Eleanor's voice rose slightly, the first time in years. "By eating my food, running up my bills, treating me like a maid?" Emily teared up. "Mom, where are we supposed to go?" "That's for you to figure out. You've had years rent-free. Time to adult." Mark stood, towering over her. "You can't do this. We're family." "Family respects each other," Eleanor replied calmly. "You haven't." The yelling started then. Accusations of cruelty, ungratefulness. "After all we've done," though none could name what. Threats. "You'll be alone in a nursing home." Eleanor didn't argue. She simply walked to her den, closed the door, and called Thomas to confirm service. The next day, she took further steps, called the bank to freeze supplementary cards, changed passwords on accounts, transferred savings to a new account only in her name, updated her will, leaving equal shares but with a trust to prevent immediate sell-off of the house. The house turned hostile. Silent treatments, slammed doors. Mark accidentally broke a lamp. Sarah left passive-aggressive notes. "Thanks for nothing, Mom." Eleanor stayed at Betty's for a few nights to avoid the tension. Betty, another widow, understood. "Good for you, Ellie. Boundaries aren't cruel, they're survival." Texts poured in from the kids. Pleas, guilt trips, anger. "Mom, think about the grandkids." Sarah, "You're breaking the family." Emily, "How can you do this to us?" Eleanor responded once. "I've thought about it for years. Now